My name is Anthony Badaloo.
Hi there.
I'm a landlord, and we've got a little situation with a tenant. I spoke to someone before called Katie, and then we spoke to 999, and they said because I'm not in the local area, I need to call 101 and get to Merseyside Police, but it is an emergency.
Okay, so can I just check? You haven't made a report with us, is that correct?
I have a crime number if you want it.
Perfect. Give me that. Let's start there.
22000.
Yeah.
850.
Yeah.
479.
Can I take your first name, please?
Oh, you know what? I think I might have the wrong crime number, but it's the same. It relates to the same address. I'll give you a log number because it's to do with a different person. I'm the landlord. Yeah, it's there's so many numbers here. Number line. Why can't we just have a crime number and that be it? Huh? It's
Once the log has become a crime, then you only have a crime number. So the log number is because the log numbers exist because we don't only deal with crimes, we also deal with incidents.
I understand.
So crime numbers are only for crime.
It makes perfect sense. So okay, so we got here 450.
Okay, and did you say that it's an ongoing? Is there a situation right now? Is there?
Yes, there's a very grave situation, unfortunately, and I've been.
Is somebody's life in danger?
That's what I've been told. Yeah.
Okay, this 450 from what date is that, sir?
Today.
Today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what's happening at the moment?
Okay. I'm a landlord, and this lady and her mother is my tenant.
Yeah.
So what it is, we were there doing our business, our civil private business. I had some.
Sorry, can I just stop you there and just ask you what's going on right now?
Well, you asked me stuff and I'm answering you. You're switching me again.
No, I'm just trying to see what the emergency is, because if you say to me you said somebody's in danger, so I need to get somebody to you right away. So I just need to see how quickly I need to get somebody to you.
Okay, so what it is, both myself and my tenants have been repeatedly handcuffed and harassed by people saying they're police officers, which sometimes we don't believe them. Yeah.
Okay.
So what has happened now is the tenants and their mother have been up. Yesterday they were locked up in the St Helens police station until the early hours of the morning.
Okay.
Then released, went back to their home. The police confirmed they're perfectly lawfully entitled to go to their home. And when they went to their home, someone had changed the lock. Yeah. We don't know who changed the lock, so they were out in the cold and suffered a lot. Then we had the police come back again today.
Yeah.
And arrest, though we don't know if it's a police, because there's one lady I saw there, same time yesterday, same time today. She's on a 24-hour shift, which doesn't sound right. Yeah.
Okay.
So we believe some of these people might not be legitimate police, or they might be police, they're not on official duty. You understand? Now they took them away from the property. And on the same allegation again, that they already established that there was no wrongdoing.
I understand.
And then wait, let me sorry, do you want to talk or you want me to finish?
No, I'm just concerned that if there's an emergency, while we're talking, I can get people out to see you. But I need to establish that there is an emergency.
I'm gonna take it's an emergency, but I'm gonna come to that quickly. I'll just give you a quick background. Yeah.
Okay, so where do we need to go to for this emergency response?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you in a minute. So what happened? Somebody some people came along, and there's some video of it on Facebook and all over the place. Just let me speak, please. Okay, I just spent 45 minutes on 101, and now I called 999, and it sounds like you don't want me to tell you what happened. Okay, well, let me tell you, stop interrupting all the time. I got only a minute.
My job is to get people to you immediately if there's an emergency.
Okay.
So first we need to establish
So
if there's an emergency right now. If people are
yes.
being-
Well, you're not
now.
bloody shutting your mouth and let me just talk for 2 seconds.
But then I can't, if you keep on telling me what's happening yesterday, I can't have people there in 10 minutes with you now.
It started yesterday. So today, somebody, they say some people came back to the house, took them out the property.
Now.
And wait, listen, please. Okay.
So I'm going to listen to you.
We have a message. I have a message from the NHS. Yeah, from the NHS
Okay.
doctor that the one or either of these people is in a life and death situation and need to be restored into their home.
Okay, so you need them restored into their home now?
Yes, right now, and the electricity and water switch back on, because nobody has any right under any circumstances to switch off electric and water on people.
Okay, that won't be the police that have done that.
How do you know?
The police will never switch off somebody's water.
Well, I'll tell you what they did. That's why I'm saying to you, I don't believe these people are legitimate police on legitimate police duty. Yeah?
I understand. Is there somewhere we can go now where you think we can find these people?
I understand they were in the doctor at the A&E in the Western Hospital said they need warm their home because they've been out of their home like 2 nights in a row and harassed and handcuffed and beaten up. Yeah, physically beaten up.
The people are at A&E at the moment, so I can send police to the A&E to speak to them.
Yeah, and they need to be restored to their home. And let me just tell you something for the records. Can I tell you, please?
Okay, so I'm just going to say one thing, and then you can tell me the whole story. Okay.
I don't want to tell you the whole story. Just one little thing I have to say. I want to give you a reference number. That's all.
Okay, give me a reference number, but the reference number is not going to help me with the emergency. So the only thing I'm going to say before we can, then you can proceed with the reference number, is if you can't give me a location for me to send police now, I can't get police there in 10 minutes.
Well, I told you, I got this message from.
Not arriving in 10 minutes. If nobody's life is going to be in danger in the next 10 minutes, then we can calm down and I can stop interrupting you, because my job obviously is to save lives.
Well, the message from the doctor, yeah, is that I believe it's the mother. It's a mother and a daughter. So the daughter is a grown-up woman. Her mom is there. She's probably a little bit older. That it's a life and death situation. This is not my words. This is the word from the doctor, and they need to be restored to their home. I spoke to 101, who confirmed a lady there called Katie 45975, confirmed to me that this matter is been confirmed as a civil matter. These people haven't been found of any wrongdoing. And the matter is being handled as a civil matter by a DC Thomas Cunningham 5720, but she was not willing or able to transfer me to speak to DC Cunningham. So the problem is here, the police are the ones doing the crime, and we're going to send the police out. So we have a big problem here.
Okay, but you're not sure that it's police doing the crime?
I am sure, because they locked me up as well, and it's my property, and then let me out at like 1 o'clock at night. Okay, I nearly died in the cold last night and the rain.
No, I'm so sorry to hear that. So has anything happened in the last half an hour? Because
this happened. I got, like I told you, I got this message. I called 101. I spent 45 minutes with Katie. She called me back 3 times when the line's cut off. And what she concluded was it's a civil matter. Now, somebody is telling these people if they go back to their house, they're gonna be go straight to prison, which is not possible. You have to be prosecuted and all these charged, and you can't go straight to prison. So somebody in the police uniform is doing a very serious crime, and we could have a death here. I'm not exaggerating, yeah?
Yeah, she needs a breathing machine.
It's clearer for me now,
Huh?
because I understand.
One second,
She needs a breathing machine. She's got COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease.
So this lady needs to be, my tenants need to be restored. It's been confirmed, like I said, by Katie.
Plus diabetes and medication.
It's a civil matter. There is no justification for people wearing police uniform to tell her if she goes into her home where she's a lawful tenant and has a contract and they've confirmed it and canceled the arrest, that they're now locking her out of her house with her belongings. They don't have an inventory. They don't have a warrant. This is people in police uniform acting as mafia. So the doctor at the hospital said they need to be restored in their home.
And the
Okay,
phone
so
to be
I
given
can
back
see
because
on
they
your
took it.
log everything that you've just said to me. It's all on your log here. Okay. So
So-
so everybody, so this log, police have been attending on this log until half an hour ago. So the last time the police were busy working on this log was half an hour ago. So what I can do is I can either leave a message on this log saying that you've called back and somebody you want to be called by somebody. I can also try and see if I can get hold of the officer in charge on this log to speak to you.
Who? Thomas, is that Thomas? Wait. Can you confirm? Is it Thomas Cunningham?
We'll find the officer that's in charge. So
What Katie told me, it's DC Thomas Cunningham.
It is. Sir.
So why didn't you
is.
just cannot confirm it why are you hiding information?
I'm not. I haven't been able to talk, sir. Every time I've said something, you've asked me to.
So I'm the
be
bad guy
quiet
now,
and
yeah?
to-
I'm the bad guy.
Not at all, sir. Not at all. That's not what I've said at all. I'm just answering your question. So I can see it if Detective if Officer Cunningham is in at the moment, and I can try and put you through
So
to that. That's one option.
Can you confirm to me, Detective Constable Thomas Cunningham is what I was told by Katie, that this is classified as a civil matter. Is that correct on your computer?
I can't see what Detective Constable Cunningham thinks about it, sir. I can try and put you through to him. That's our first option. Our second option is I can leave a message for him.
No, I don't want message. I don't want to talk straight because you know what? This is mafia. Yeah. This is, I nearly died last night. I was left in the rain without my stuff. They stole my property. This is mafia.
I'm going to try and call.
Thank you.
I'm going to try and call him now and put him through to you. If you don't go through,
Why can't I have his number?
because we don't give out numbers. We're not allowed by.
So how are
by
you
law.
supposed to deal with crime in secret?
It's a civil matter, yet they've taken a phone. How can they take a phone on a civil matter? They've arrested her on a civil matter and kept a phone.
Well, this is what we're gonna nail them with. You understand? I'm looking for the confirmation from the horse's mouth, and then they have to, apologize, compensate, whatever. But she already been to them to the Merseyside, and they said they couldn't put me through to DC Cunningham. I'm on the same thing, and now they're putting me through. It's mafia.
They've said if she stays in the property, she'll go to jail. But they've also said that they'll allow her to open the property up and give her property.
I know, but I don't want to entertain that conversation. Exactly. I don't want to. If it's a civil matter, you go and remove your lock, apologize, and offer some compensation. And
Hello?
hello there. Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hi. I can, yeah.
Okay, sir. Is that District Constable Thomas Cunningham?
No, it's Neil Billsbury. I was the other officer last night. I've
Ye-
just picked up his phone.
Oh, you picked up somebody's phone.
Yeah, I sit next door to I6, sit in the next desk.
Isn't that a
Someone-
data protection violation that you guys keep telling me about?
No.
Listen, sir, I have a very serious matter here. A very let me just write your name down. What is it again?
Yeah. It's Neil.
Neil.
Billsbury. I interviewed you last night. We spoke last night.
Oh, you're such a lovely man. I keep telling everybody what a lovely. You're either a good con artist or you're genuinely lovely man.
Well, I'm not a con artist. I'm just a nice bloke. I'm only doing a job at the end of the day, like yourself.
You're very professional and I respect it to the max, yeah?
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
Okay, sir. So listen, we have the situation, right? I've been the last 2 hours on between 999 and 101. Yeah.
Right.
Ping pong.
Yeah.
I spent 45 minutes and Katie telling me repeatedly she can't transfer me. And then this other lady just transferred me. So somebody's lying. Yeah.
It's that.
Uh-huh. So fortunately, this is all recorded, as you probably know.
Yeah.
But listen, Mr. Billsborough,
Yeah. You can call me Neil. That's fine.
I was arrested, de-arrested, no charges. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
given a bullshit paper that says bail conditions, but nobody's signed it. And I
Yeah.
can't have bail conditions if there's no charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Conditions. You're given bail conditions whilst the inquiry is being conducted.
no. It's bullshit. The person would have signed this paper. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's bullshit. Anyway, I'm gonna take that up with the chief constable. I won't worry you with it.
Okay.
The
No problem.
the problem is
Yeah.
my tenants, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lady and her mother, yeah.
Yeah. Is that Mrs. Hillier?
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
remember
yeah.
I can't remember the whole thing.
Yeah, so they were arrested yesterday after me,
correct.
yeah, and they
Yeah,
were taken to a
correct.
different police station apparently. I don't know.
Correct. Yeah.
So at some time, I don't know what time, they were, whatever they were arrested for,
Yeah.
they were told they're fully entitled to stay in their property.
Yeah.
And they said they're going to charge them with assaulting an officer, even though she was in her own home and she only touched the officer with her finger, and she's perfectly entitled to use reasonable force inside her home. Yeah.
Yeah.
But never mind. They released them with so they went back to their home. Someone had put a padlock on their home again. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
This person is still being protected by the police.
Yeah.
The identity is not being revealed.
Is that happened today? Is it, Mr. Bailiff?
Yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
So let me get this correct. When we finished it, I'll tell you. Well, as I'm sorting, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
When we finished interviewing yourself,
Yeah.
we've been on our way back to the office, and I've had a text message to say 2 women have been arrested at the flat.
Mm-hmm.
So I get back to the office and say, right, I ring custody where your 2 tenants were, and we've had them released. I got them released as soon as possible because I've said, well, as far as I'm concerned, and me and Tom were concerned, you'd give your account an interview. Obviously, you're down as the landlord. You're the landlord, and they're your new tenants. So I said there's no burglaries taking place, and these are tenants in this property. So we release them as soon as practicable. and I can't remember what time it was. I think it might have been 10 to midnight. It might have been just after, but
Okay,
I know they were released.
right.
And we said, and I know you're going to totally disagree with me, and that's fine. I said, at the moment, there's some form of dispute going on between Mr. Badaloo and the mortgage company. However, that's nothing to do with the new tenants
Mm-hmm.
of the property,
Yeah.
Mrs. Hillier and the other lady. And I said, there's no way you can turf anyone out on the street when, as far as they're concerned, they've got a lease with you.
Mm-hmm.
You should be allowed to stay in there. At
Right.
least it's a place of safety. It's a place of safety for them. And then that's how it was sort of ended last night.
Right.
But
Okay.
I don't know. I know nothing about someone padlocking the door, or I've not got a clue about that.
Well, I'll just try to keep it brief because I've been on about
No, it's okay.
about 3 hours being sent from pillar to post
From pillar to
101.
post, yeah.
What happened today, shockingly,
Yeah.
a bunch of people turned up in police uniform,
Right.
and she's had some video clips on social media and stuff. They
Yeah.
entered the premises.
Yeah.
And
Arrested the mother.
they, I reserve the word arrest, but they you know,
Yeah. That's
but
fine.
one of the
Yeah.
faces I seen on the video is a lady officer
Yeah.
that was there at my arrest yesterday,
Right.
and she was still there like she's on a 24-hour shift.
Right.
So I'm thinking to my little head,
Yeah.
you must be off duty.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the next thing is they allegedly arrested them, they handcuffed them and dragged them out after they, yesterday there was about 5 or 6 people in police uniform.
Yeah.
Now they took them to, I believe, the same custody suite or somewhere far away. I don't know, far.
Yeah.
And they said there is charges, yeah?
Yeah.
However, somebody or other in the crowd told them,
Yeah.
if you go back to the property,
Yeah.
you're going direct to prison,
Right.
which is not possible under the law.
No.
Okay?
No, I agree with you.
There's procedures and processes, yeah?
Yeah.
So now, in addition to that,
Yeah.
they were abandoned in the street. Now the lady's mother is not a spring chicken, yeah?
No. Yeah.
So they were abandoned in the rain and the elements
Yeah.
with no, they took all their belongings, or a lot of their belongings, their phones. Can you imagine? You can't function, phone, any help or
No,
taxi or,
yeah.
so somehow they ended up in the hospital,
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, somebody sent a message to me
Yeah.
that the doctor at the hospital
Yeah.
has stated that the mother is in a life or death situation as a result of the harassment, back to back, 2
Yeah.
days, whatever,
Yeah.
and their water and electricity being cut off in their home.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've been trying very hard to one, to get some rest myself after my ordeal yesterday, released in the rain. And by the way, before I forget, just a little sidetrack,
Yeah.
my documents
Yeah.
were not returned to me yesterday,
Right.
and they did not give me a copy of the interview.
Right.
So I don't know that, I don't believe that's lawful.
Well, as I explained to you yesterday, you'd get a copy of the interview if you were ever charged with something, because obviously.
I mean, no, mate, no.
Go on.
This is my voice, my copyright. I want a copy. I did it under duress and
Okay.
protest. I want a copy.
Yeah. Well, we'll stand end up arguing all day, won't we, on who's right and who's wrong? But you were arrested legally.
No,
You were interviewed.
I cannot be arrested for theft in my own home. There cannot be a legal and lawful arrest. No chance.
And yeah, that's what you're disputing.
And I'm not disputing, it's the law. I can't be burgling my own property or stealing letters from, you know, how desperate are these guys?
Well, I agree with it over how you get post out of an address when it's sealed with metal shutters. I agree with you there. But there's a dispute going on between you and your mortgage lender.
Who's the mortgage lender? Can you tell me?
That's right. I'm with somebody else. There's about 3 people involved.
So it's one or the other. You don't know which one it is.
Oh no, you.
Sorry?
I say no, that you do. You're on the
No. I'm not claiming to be a police investigating. You're the police officer. So you're telling me I have a dispute with a mortgage lender. I ask you which mortgage lender?
So,
Mhm. I didn't tell you. Did I tell you? Did I tell you it was sold?
is what? Sorry,
Did I tell you it was sold?
it was sold.
Did I tell you my mortgage was sold to another person?
No, I didn't say your mortgage. I'm saying the company, as in Bradford and Bingley, have been bought, or there's something financially has gone on with Bradford and Bingley, and there's about 3 different companies all involved, as well as 2 so-called bailiff companies and a couple of so-called property management companies.
Look, I mean, like I said, that's why I want the tape, yeah?
Yeah.
There is only one thing police need to concern themselves about.
Okay, go on.
The warrant on which my tenant, Katie Gilson, and her 2 babies were thrown on the street and the metal barrier put up to lock them out. That is the only thing you're concerned. There's nothing more of your business.
Yeah.
Yeah? So when you're arresting me to take off the door, and you're protecting and shielding the person who put the door there and threw the babies on the street, this is reverse policing. This is mafia policing.
Okay.
And now I got a new tenant. Now she's the 3rd tenant because I had another one called Adam Gary. And they switch off the water and the electric. Immediate arrestable offense.
Right.
Okay, he had a young child, they had a dog, he worked shift, and so I don't want to get sidetracked into my case. So this is a situation, right?
Yeah.
The doctor says this is a life and death. These people need to be restored to their home. Now they were told by one person in police uniform, who I don't believe is a police officer on duty, and many people might have that hard to conceive, that if she comes back to her home, which yesterday they told her she's fully entitled to be in, she will go straight to prison.
Right.
So what I want, Mr. Billsborough, is these people to be lovingly restored into their home and given some kind of document that they can show to anybody who comes there, maybe with a police stamp or something, to say that they have they're the lawful occupier and they must not be harassed. And their water and electric be turned back on.
Right, okay. Well, I can tell you this, that was about them being allowed back in the premises, that 102 Lower Hall Street has now got a tag on it. So if any calls come through in relation to, I don't know, people say, like today, people trying to get into the address, then if the police attend, they're to obtain details of occupants and leave, and no one's to be removed from the property.
Is that what, is it a flag there, yeah?
There's a flag there. That was done hours ago by myself.
Oh my God, I look, I'm gonna send you flowers, my friend.
Thanks.
So these people,
So as far as
yeah,
Can she get the lock? Can she get the lock removed from the
Okay.
police?
okay, so we will let them know, yeah?
yeah,
And they will go back and secure the door. What we're gonna do about the water and electric? Somebody must, it's a very serious criminal offense. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know.
You're employed by the mafia. I love that. You're gonna get two bouquets now.
I would know. There's something about, obviously something within the Human Rights Act. They're not allowed to disconnect the water
Yeah,
and the power. So I don't. And I think you mentioned yesterday when we were talking.
yeah.
It was that Eddie. Is it Clark? I can't think of his name.
Edward Clark. Yeah.
Right. I
That-
think you said that he's done the disconnecting previously with the last tenants.
Yeah, but with Gary Weldon.
So I take it. Right. Okay. So it's never been put back on since then.
I believe it was put back on and was taken off again.
Right. Okay.
So
Right,
I
okay.
need somebody who is not me,
Yeah.
because I'm not powerful enough to call their emergency line.
Yeah.
Because they have a 24-hour line, and just say, we want this water restored under no circumstances are you allowed.
No problem. We may not try and sort something out.
Okay. Well, look, from what you're
But as I said,
yeah, from what you're telling me now, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a massive resolution. I'm so happy I got through to you, because believe me, 3 hours, my family is having Sunday dinner and I'm not even joined them. You know, we got
Yeah.
visit. You've cleared up, you know, a lot of things in a very short time. But I do want an investigation how Katie Gilsenan
Yeah.
was and her babies were thrown on the street,
Yeah.
and a metal barrier put up to block them from coming in. And where is the warrant?
I understand.
That's
yeah.
all I'm asking. I'm not asking nothing more.
No problemo.
Yeah.
But they can go back. That's on this. You know, as I said, there's a marker on the address. So if there's a call from another neighbour saying there's women coming back or whatever, then
I tell you what we suspect. Mr. Billsborough.
yeah,
There is a guy opposite at number 7.
Yeah.
That in the beginning I spoke to him. His name is Anthony, like me. I seemed like a lovely guy, but he said to me, he called the police at some point and complained about noise and stuff in the flat.
Yeah.
And the police came and put the metal shuttering up.
Right.
I mentioned it to the sergeant who came when they arrested me.
Yeah.
And I mentioned it in front of the guy's door, and he has a camera on his door. So ironic, he probably caught me saying it. I told the sergeant that he said the police put the door up, and the sergeant said to me, no chance in hell. The police don't do such things, and it's not correct.
Yeah.
Today, 2 people came to the property and tried to come in, and the lady said, you know, who are you, occupier? Can I see your ID? They were in black uniform type clothes. And she said they said they're not giving her any ID, and they left.
Yeah.
But they went inside number 7 property.
Right. Okay.
So they have a connection with this gentleman, Anthony.
Yeah.
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 And any official, you have to identify yourself before you even say hello.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact you don't identify yourself means you're not straight.
Yeah.
All you have to say, I'm so and so, I'm from this agent. If there is a misunderstanding, or you sort it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shortly after that, we had 6 people in police uniform turn up. And like I said, I don't believe they were all police on duty, for sure.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
they took these people out. They're exhausted and tired. They moved from Wolverhampton. Then they came here. Then they got arrested. Then they kept till 2. Then they got locked out. This is how you kill people, my friend.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Well, if you can get in touch with them, I don't know if, because obviously I wouldn't know whether they've gone back there now or not.
No. What it is, I believe they're waiting in the hospital A&E
Right.
to go back home, but they wanted me, the landlord,
Yeah.
to tell them they're not going to be harassed anymore.
That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell them, you go back there. If there is a lock, we will pay for another locksmith. This is about the 4th or 5th. And you secure your house. And for the time being, you can just breathe. And we will fight with the water board and whatever. Are you going to put a call through to me to the Pullman emergency line and see if you can get something?
Yeah, I'll do some digging and see if I can get something sorted.
Look, Mr. Billsborough, I really appreciate. I'm gonna nominate you for something, and believe me, I have a big following on the internet. And I'm gonna put your name up in lights. And I don't do that often with police officers.
Well, I appreciate that.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
No problems. Take care.
Cheers. Bye.
God bless
Facebook
that, man.
world. You see the
Ka-ching.
mafia.
Ka-ching, brother.
Good cop, bad cop.
Hey,
Eh?
it was meant to be. Hey, you prepped him beforehand. You said he was a good one. He was right.
And just the coincidence to get him back, he answered somebody else's phone. Huh?
Yeah.
I was
Well,
even saying to him, are you sure you're not breaching data protection? Andy, could we get a better solution? Live in Facebook world, the fucking mafia about robbing people, screwing babies, throwing them on the street, and the police. And when you get one good cop, it makes all. He was doing something behind our back. He said he put on a flag on the address.
Yep.
Anybody call the police, you must not attend.
Absolutely, mate.
So
Yeah,
we
mate.
got somebody working in our corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're coming out, mate. I mean, I'm elated, mate. Absolutely elated, mate.
We've never seen anything like this in my 7 years campaigning and fighting, and never seen it. Never. We've had some good cops. They try to do things, but the bigger boys and the dark forces on top of them always come down. This guy is standing firm. He put a flipping marker on the property, and I spoke to all these 101 people, and they wouldn't tell me this. Yeah. Andy, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. Whatever you have to do, you just tell them we got the all clear. It's fucking done.
Done.